Hi.
So, we want to know your experience on the Teton Dam and the flood. How old were you?
Oh, boy, I don't know. My 50-year-old daughter was about, 16 or something there, because she got so upset that she insisted that we leave. We lived right on the river bank in Shelley, and she insisted that we leave and go to higher ground. So she put all of the things that she thought were important in our camper, and then we all got in the camper and took off and went up about a mile where it was up on a hill. And that was the first night. But when it broke, we were actually up to high sea swimming. And we heard it on the news there. And so then we went home to see about taking care of things.
Did it destroy your house?
Oh no, it did. We were on the high side of the river, the bank, and we lived right on the river bank. And it came up just maybe 6 yards up onto the bank on the top, and that's as high as it got. And there was a beaver right there somewhere, and I tell you, he was so mad. He'd just keep flapping and trying to, dive down into place, and there was just too much water, and he just, for about 2 hours, he flapped around there and dove and everything else. Finally, I guess he got mad and went on down the river because we didn't see him anymore. But the next 2 nights, or 3, when it was so bad, we stayed home, and the roads on the north side of us did get flooded a little bit that were next to the river because of that. But we sat there, we even took chairs out and sat there and watched the water go by because we saw everything. I mean, we saw cows, pigs. We never did see a horse, but we just saw a lot of cows. Volkswagen turned upside down, went floating by.
Wow.
Everything. But parts of houses, little parts of them that we could tell they were a house. But it was our entertainment, I guess you might say.
So how did it affect your family?
Well, it gave them a good, interesting experience of, how everything can be wiped away. And they were quite concerned about all of the stuff that was going by because they knew someone had suffered because of that. There was so much flooding up ahead of us. But we lived on the high side of the river, and the other bank would have flooded the city of Shelley before it ever really hurt us because of the difference in the elevation. But it was an experience that I'm glad I lived where I did.
Did you have any friends or neighbors who their house got destroyed?
A few up towards Rigby and Rexburg. I took a day and went up to Rexburg. They had some of us who wanted to volunteer to go up and help those people in Rexburg and the area up there who were flooded. And I went up and worked in a person's basement. We were just putting the water in buckets until we got it down to the, started to clean it up. And then we were setting fans in, and rolling up the carpet and everything, throwing stuff out so it could be picked up and gotten rid of. And it was sad to see the damage that so many suffered up there.
What other places, what other cities were affected by this?
Well, Ryrie just almost got wiped out. It was real bad there. And it went right down that river. The river bridge down by us was not even passable. Well, you didn't want to get on it because the water was going over the top of it. And we went over there in Idaho Falls by the West Bank, and the water was clear up over all the grass, and it was quite interesting to see how that water really moved, really affected everything.
Is there anything else you want to say about the Teton Dam breaking or anything?
No, we went up to look at the dam afterwards, and it looked peaceful. And we couldn't understand why it would break, except that, you know, the water or the ground was in bad shape and everything. But a lot of people suffered, but the government really helped a lot out. They really were right here on the ball. And many people got their houses replaced because of the damage that caused to them. And I hope it's my last experience in a flood. And that was as close as I want to be.
Yeah,
to it.
that sounds scary.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was an interesting time, but one you don't want to experience again.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't.
well, I don't either. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.